Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello,
Good evening,
everyone.
ma'am.
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I was getting the message all the time.
Good evening, ma'am.
The meeting.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. I think it's Manvik who is named as Trisha. Is it?
Ma'am.
Yeah, you can rename yourself Manvik and turn on your videos. Everyone turn on your videos.
Good evening, ma'am.
Divisibility. Good evening. Divisibility rules exercise. If there are any doubts, please let me know in the chat box. If no, then awesome. Say Jia. 4 and 10 from
Ma'am,
Parth. Yeah, say. You continue. I got the doubts, so I'm reading out that. No doubts from Shivani Aditi. Very good. Thank you.
ma'am,
Others? Yeah, Jia, you continue now. I'm waiting for you.
ma'am, when I was absent that days, when I saw the recording, I had a doubt in that 6K plus 1 and minus 1.
So this is basically a multiple of 6 and then either its predecessor or its successor. So if you're confused that whether a number is a prime number or not, just try to check whether the number can be fit in the formula of 6K plus 1 or 6K minus 1. Let's say 29. You don't know whether 29 is a prime number or not. So you will try to see which is the closest multiple of 6 which comes close to 29. So we can go with 6 times 5, that is 30. And the predecessor of 30, that is 20, is 29. That is 30 minus 1. So this fits in the formula of 6K minus 1. That is, K here will be 5. So K can be any multiple, Gia.
Yeah, but suppose 6 nines are 54. If you do plus 1, you get 55. It's divisible.
So that's why I wrote a or, not a and. It's a or. So you have to check. And even this rule is not a major rule, Gia, because the problem with this is, I'll tell you, 48 plus 1. So here the same way, just like sometimes plus 1 doesn't work, sometimes minus 1 doesn't work. But the thing is, you have to keep checking it that way. Okay, you have to look at the number and then figure out whether this will be a multiple of 6 plus 1 or be a multiple of 6 minus 1. If it's not fitting in both of them, then it is your prime number. Sorry, it is not fitting in both of them, then it is a composite number.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Say, Advika, no
Good
other
evening, ma'am.
doubts except 4 and 10. Hi, Bhumik, after a long time. Turn on your video. Say, Manasvi, you're saying something?
Ma'am, it is exam.
No, Advika, say.
Ma'am, I joined. I am arriving in my room. Can I keep my camera off?
Yeah. It's okay. Yes, Bhumik, did you see the recordings?
Yes, ma'am. I have done test also. I got 19 out of 20
Very good. Perfect.
in fracture and multiple.
Very good. Very nice. Good job.
And
Okay,
today
everyone.
we are starting fraction chapter.
We will be starting fractions today. I'm just going to do the exercise doubts which we have. 4, 6 and 10. So far, I've got this much only. 4, 6 and 10. And I think 1 minute is left, everyone. If you have a doubt, then send it. Otherwise, we'll get started with these doubts only. And Bhumik, since you have joined after few days, I think you have forgotten that you're supposed to raise your hand and then speak. So don't stay unmuted. Keep yourself muted only. And when you have to say something, raise your hand.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, then let's go. 3 and 4 from Sadhna also. Fine. 3, 4, 6 and 10. Question number 3. Okay. Find the smallest digits to make the number -428 divisible by 6. So let's recap quickly. What's the divisibility rule of 6? Let's do this recap with Manvik. Manvik? Manvik 1, Manvik 2, Manvik 3. Okay, let's have a recap with Shanaya. Shanaya, divisibility rule of 6 is?
Mom,
Yeah. Say divisibility rule of 6. Forgotten? We just did it on Friday. Go back and check your reading material, Shanaya. You'll have to do that. Reyanshi, can you tell me the divisibility rule of 6?
ma'am, it has to be divisible by 3 and 2.
3 and 2 both. 3 and 2 both. So this gives me another question. This question will go to Samriddhi and Vedant. Samriddhi, what is the divisibility rule of 3?
Which Samriddhi?
Samriddhi Srivastava.
Ma'am, the divisibility rule of 3, we have to add all the digits, and if the sum is divisible, comes in 3's table, then it would be divisible by 3.
Correct. So sum of digits is what we need to calculate. So here if I calculate 4 plus 2 plus 8, I get 14. 14 is definitely not divisible by 3. So the nearest or the smallest digit which I can add to 14 would be what, Vedant? 14 plus what should give me the closest multiple of 3?
1. 3 5
1.
15.
Thank you. That means I can keep a 1. But Vedant, just to confirm, what is the divisibility rule of 2?
All the digits should, it should be an even number.
Thank you. That's right. Okay. So the even number is the last digit. So the last digit is 8, which is an even number. So that's what makes the answer as option B 1. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Anvita, you came 5 minutes late.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, could not understand the third one.
Where were you? Why are you late?
Ma'am, I was getting.
What?
Ma'am, I was getting the book.
After 8 o'clock, you remember to do this, right? Same for you, Adya. Latecomers will have a penalty. I'm saying this. Anyone entering the class after 8:05, you will have to wait for your doubts to be clarified. I'll not be answering the questions. Number 3, I just answered, Anvita, and by the time you were there already in the class. So maybe you were just doing something because I was seeing you. Maybe you were trying to settle down with your notebook or something. But that's not how we do things. I'll come back to number 3, but not now. That's the penalty for you people. If you enter late, then you'll have to pay for it. Okay. It's okay, Manasvi. That's fine. If you have not done this exercise, then please let me know in the chat box. Okay. Advika, say.
Ma'am, I have done. I do not know my doubts because I do not have the question paper with me.
Fine. You can see the recording and check if you're lucky. The same doubts would be going in. I can hear someone. Please mute yourself. Okay. Then let's go to the next doubt, which is number 4. Number 4 is of the same type. Anvita, I'm muting you. Okay, Janvi, you're also late to the class. Full 8 minutes. Can I know why? Janvi? Fine, Nanika, no problem, no problem, Hanifa. It's okay, Shanaya. Next time, if printer has a problem, you can do it online. See the question on the screen and just note it in your notebook. Janvi is not responding. Fine. Ibrahim, help me in this one. 2587p should be divisible by 5. So what is the divisibility rule of 5, Ibrahim?
Ma'am, the divisibility rule of 5 is the number should be divisible. All numbers should be divisible by 5 and 0.
All numbers?
No, the number should be divisible by 5 and 0.
That is the divisible. Obviously, a number is divisible by 5 only, then it's divisible by 5. What's the divisibility rule of 5? You're saying it correct. I mean, you mean correct probably, but you're saying it wrong.
The number should be divisible by 5 and 0. It's that.
I
understood like that.
No, you're not able to frame it correctly. Manvik, can you frame it again? What's the divisibility rule of
digit of the number should be 0 or 5 in order to make the number divisible by 5. If there is any else number, it won't be divisible by 5.
last digit should be 0 or 5? That means P should be 0 or 5. So which is the smallest value? 0 or 5?
Ma'am, 0.
That's the answer. Everyone okay with this? 4A? Yeah, say. Naman say, then I'll go to Anvita. Okay, Naman has some problem. Say, Anvita.
Ma'am, the answer could also be B, no, ma'am. Why is just A?
Read the question.
Ma'am, if 2587 P is divisible by 5, then what is the smallest value of P? Ma'am, so we should check.
Smallest. Focus on the word smallest.
Yes, ma'am. So that is why we didn't pick 5.
You tell me. 0 or 5, Anvita? Which one is the smallest?
Ma'am, 0.
So we should take 5 also, or we should only keep 0?
Ma'am, only 0.
That's the answer. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, question number 4 sorted. Next is question number 6. Part Sharma, number 6. Which of the following options is divisible by 11? Can you help me with 1812? What's the sum? 10 and
1 plus 1 equals to 2 and 8 plus 2 equals to 10. 10 minus 1 is 9 and it is not a multiple of 11.
10 minus 2 is 8 and 8 is not a multiple of 11. But if we go to 198, then 1 plus 8 is 9 and 9 alone is also 9. So when I do 9 minus 9, I do get a 0 and
Now it
that's
is
how
divisible.
198 is my correct. Thank you, Parth. Say Vedant.
Ma'am, whenever it is such, I have another trick to find out if it is divisible by 11 or not. But it only works for 3-digit numbers. The divisibility.
No, it can work for any digit. Oh, you have a trick. Okay. Say.
I have.
Go fast.
So, I mean, ma'am, first check the middle digit, and if the left digit and the right digit both added equals to the middle digit, then it is
Correct.
divisible by 11. Like 1 plus 8 equals 9, so it is divisible by 11.
I understood, Vedant. Thank you. Adya, you're not well?
I'm well, ma'am.
You're well?
Yes, ma'am.
Then why are you lying down? Do you do classes like this in school?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a bed in school?
No, ma'am.
Sit down properly and do the class. Fine, everyone. Question number 6. Okay. Now the next one is question number 10, right? No other question I left in the middle? Question number 10. Yeah. Let's do this with Shivani. Shivani, question number 10. Determine the largest 3-digit number which is exactly divisible by 6, 8 and 12. For these type of questions, you have to first find out the LCM of the given number. So Shivani, just help me in the LCM of 6, 8 and 12.
Can I do it?
Yeah, sure. Others, please send me the answer in the chat box. Come on, quickly. Before I finish it on the screen. Bhumik, do not raise hand for answering questions. Only in the chat box. If you have a doubt, then keep your hand raised. Say.
Which question?
This is no question. This is an extra question. What is the LCM of 6, 12 and 8? Shivani done?
No, ma'am, almost done.
Fine. Before I give out the answer, we have answers from a lot of people. That is very nice. I have answers from Mishika, Samriddhi Srivastav, Tanisha Manasvi, Naman Aradhya, Parth, Shrihan, Reanshi Manvik, Shravani, Sanika, Anirudh, and Samriddhi Singh. These people answered around the time I answered. Shanaya, Sanya, Advika, correct. Hanifa, multiply them and tell the product. Say Shivani.
Ma'am, it's 24.
Matching with me. Good. Now the largest three-digit number, the shortest way or the smallest path to get the answer correct faster is, okay, actually not the shortest, but the most understanding, the most proper method. Take the largest three-digit number. What's the largest three-digit number, Shivani?
Ma'am, it's 999.
We will divide 999 by 24 and find out what is the remainder with me. That remainder, when I subtract from 9999, will give me the actual three-digit number, largest, which is divisible by 24. Is that okay? So, Shivani, you do this and you can mute yourself. Aditi, you help me in the division. 24 times what is 99? Closest.
Ma'am, 24 times,
Take a guess.
ma'am, 4.
4 is 16, 196. Wow, what a guess. Times 4, 96, leaves us with a remainder of 3. We'll bring this 9. Then it gives me 21 times 20, 24 times 1, 24. Leaves a remainder of, that means 999 is 15 more than the largest three-digit multiple of 24. So what will we do here? Hold a second, Vedant. Parth Padwal, you tell me. What is 999 minus 15?
Ma'am, 984.
Thank you. So 984 becomes the largest. Now, let's talk about some option elimination skills. So if I go by option elimination, I know when I'm looking for the largest three-digit number, it cannot be 1008 because it's a four-digit number. It cannot be 120 because it's too small to be the largest three-digit number. And it cannot be option C because it ends in a 9. We all know that all the multiples of 2 have only even numbers in their table. An odd number can never come in the table of 24 or any multiple of 2. Is that okay? So therefore, automatically the answer is 984. Without calculation also, you could have got the answer. But knowing the real method is very important for all my students here because in the exam, you will not get the same question. You might not get options so easy, which can be easily eliminated. So in that case, knowing the original method is the best thing to do. Say Vedant.
Ma'am, in 20, in second, if 99 is divisible
Aradhya,
by
Riyansh,
4,
camera. Sorry, Vedant,
why
continue.
can't we do 24 into 40 equals
Ma'am,
to
opening,
9?
ma'am, 1 minute.
That is a hit and trial. This method is called as hit and trial. So you can keep doing it, but maybe you will have to try 2, 4 times and then get the answer. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. What happened, Janvi? All good?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened? You entered late, then you again left the meeting. Network issue?
Ma'am, it showed us error, ma'am. Then I again joined our network.
No problem. Okay, everyone. Same for Riyansh. Riyansh, you entered quite late. What happened? Riyansh 1, Riyansh 2, Riyansh 3. If there is any problem in the mic, Riyansh, please send me the chat. Aradhya, say.
I also arrived late because
I was coming to you.
WhatsApp was like taking a little too long to load, and like I was trying to get the
Ma'am?
meeting link, searching for it.
Okay. Riyansh, say.
Ma'am, because I have another class at 7 to 8 p.m.
Okay. But another class ends at 8 p.m., right? So R also starts at 8 p.m.
Ma'am, but my class is not near the home.
Okay, fine. Anvita, say.
Ma'am, actually, sorry, ma'am. Actually, the doubt I had was not 3, it was 1, ma'am.
1 was also done, but it's okay. I'll just do it again.
Okay, thank you.
Oh no, 1 we have not discussed. This one, right? Divisibility test. Is this the question, Anvita?
Ma'am, I got the question. Ma'am, I also plus the numbers and I'm not understanding. We could we the
Anvita, look, listen to me very carefully. This is one of the special divisibility rules we did in the class. Remember?
yes, ma'am.
What was the special divisibility rule? That if two numbers are divisible by 6, then their sum as well as their difference are also divisible by 6. So you don't have to divide and check it. Just go for a yes. And the reason for yes would be what, Anvita? That this is a special divisibility rule which says that if a number is a factor of two given numbers, then that same number will also be the factor of their sum and the factor of their difference.
Ma'am, the divisibility rule of 6 is 2 and 3 now, ma'am. Only if the number is divisible in 2 and 3, it means it is also divisible by 6, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
correct.
but why in the answer sheet, why did they give 3 and 4 divisibility rule of 6?
They might have printed something wrong, Anvita. I'm not sure. I have to check the answer key. I have not seen the answer key. Rule 3 and Rule 4, not 3 and 4 number. Rule 3 and Rule 4. What was the special divisibility Rule 3, Rule 4? You remember? This was the special divisibility Rule 3, Rule 4. Say
Yes, ma'am.
something. Yes, no.
Ma'am, rule 3 is to like separate all the numbers and add them and check if that
Not rule of divisibility, rule of 3. Rule number 3 of special divisibility rule. Go back to the recording and check, Anvita. There were 4 special divisibility rules. Rule number 1 was when a number is divisible by 12, it is also divisible by all its factors of 12. That was the example. Remember?
yes, ma'am.
What was the next one?
Ma'am, and that yes, ma'am, there were 4 divisibility special.
Yeah, so out of those 4, in the next slide, rule number 3 and rule number 4 was when a number is divisible by, when two numbers are divisible by a common number, then their sum is also divisible by the common number. That was rule number 3. And rule number 4 was that difference is also divisible by the same common factor.
Ma'am, you just said in the before that we should keep yes without dividing, ma'am.
That's what I said. You have to click on yes without dividing because this is a rule. That is the reason you learned the rule, Advika. Why did you learn the rule? So that you don't have to actually add and check the number. The rule was given to you for this purpose only. Wait, I don't think you are getting it. I have to share my slide and show you. You remember these slides? Do you remember this special divisibility rule?
Yes, ma'am.
What is this? A. What is this? B. So first rule, second rule. What is this? Rule number 3. That 245 and 405 both are divisible by 5. So their sum is also divisible by 5. So this is a rule, Anvita. You don't have to add and check it. What's the point of adding it if you have to, like, what's the point of knowing the rule if you have to add and check only?
Ma'am, 245 plus any number, 245 and 450, if that plus the answer will be divisible by that number, ma'am. Those two numbers, ma'am.
Yes, Anvita, that's the entire thing.
Ma'am, but in discussion, those are not the numbers, no, ma'am.
They have not?
But ma'am, but in discussion, the numbers are 49320, like that, ma'am.
Numbers fixed, Anvita. Now, this is an example. Example. This applies to every question.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. I understood. So for these two, for this 49320 and 12066, which we plus with that answer, it is divisible by those two numbers, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Plus and minus both.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks.
Okay, everyone. Thank you. Okay, everyone. We're gonna get started with fractions today. Okay, so we'll have a quick intro on fractions first. Fine. Let's start with Aradhya Manoharan. Aradhya,
Yes, ma'am.
when I say suppose, let me give you a scenario. The scenario is you have 20 chocolates and I will come and say, give me 1/4 of your chocolate. Then how many chocolates am I asking you for?
So, ma'am, you're asking for like 1/4, 1/4
Hmm.
of 20.
Yes. So how many chocolates are that?
Ma'am, I'll calculate.
Yep. Others in the chat box? Sorry for giving an example in which I am taking chocolates from you, but in real life also I can do this. If it's my favorite chocolate. Okay, so many different answers and so many. What? Okay, Aradhya, I can't give so much time. Go fast. 1/4 of means, you remember BODMAS, everyone? BODMAS? Of means multiply 20. So 20 is a whole number. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. That means I'm planning to take 5 pieces from Aradhya. This time I'll definitely take 5 more pieces, Aradhya, because you did not answer in time. And turn on the video. Please, people, if there is a network issue or some problem, tell me. I will not disturb you. But if there is nothing, turn on your videos because it's necessary in the classroom. I'm getting messages from Olympiad Success that the students are not turning on their cameras. So you'll have to turn it on. Otherwise, I'll have to send you out of the class. I don't have any other option. Sanya. Sanya. Sanya 1. Sanya 2. Sanya 3. That's the reason I ask everyone to turn on the cameras. Sanya is not responding. Yes, Ashana, go. Don't ask this. Just type and go. Wait for 5 minutes, Sanya. If I don't get a message from you in the chat box or you don't unmute yourself, then I'll have to push you to the waiting room. Okay, Manasvi, help me in one question, okay? The first one is this on the screen. Give me, I can give these fractions some name. There can be multiple names to that. You tell me one of the name, Manasvi. for all of them, which is applicable to all the 9 figures. All of them are
Unit fraction.
unit fractions. Very good. So since Manasvi mentioned unit fractions, we will ask this to Hanifa. Hanifa, what are unit fractions?
Unit fractions are like fractions which have
Others chatted in the text box. Chat. Yeah, Hanifa. Unit fractions are?
do they have like
Don't ask me. Don't start with the do they have. This is my question to you.
numerator as 1?
Yes. So when the numerator is equals to 1, then we call it as unit fractions. Adya, can you give all of them a second name also? Okay, think and send me in the chat box. Don't raise your hand for answering questions. Anvita, what is your doubt?
Ma'am, I'm not getting what unit fractions are, ma'am.
N, okay, n means numerator. So when the numerator is fixed at 1, Anvita, it's always fixed at 1. Denominator can be anything. Then such fractions are called as unit fractions.
Ma'am, always it's fixed at 1.
Yeah, always fixed at 1.
Ma'am, it could also be 2. Why couldn't it also be 2 or 3 or any other number?
Unit means what, Anvita?
Ma'am, sir, only unit fractions are fixed with the numerator as 1.
Yes, Anvita.
Ma'am, what do you mean by the other name of it?
That there's no name for others. Okay, Adya, you stay. Then we will go to Nanika. Nanika, any other name for such fractions?
What, ma'am? The names for unit fractions, right?
We are done with unit fractions.
Like the names for.
No, Janvi, not circles. I need dash fractions. What type of fractions? Naman and Manasvi have given me a proper answer, and Manvik also.
Proper fractions, like the proper
Yes.
fractions.
Proper fractions. So
you
let's talk
literally
about the definition of proper. That was not intentional. That was not intentional. I just said correct or proper synonyms.
And
So,
excuse me, ma'am,
yeah,
I can't see anyone's video.
I think it's because your network is bad.
Can you see my video?
Yes, Nanika, I can see you. Okay, so proper fractions, everyone. Proper fractions are those fractions where the numerator is less than the denominator. So as you see in all the 9 figures here, 1 is less than the number at the bottom. So all of them can be called as proper fractions as well. Any doubts so far? Unit fractions, proper fractions? Say, Aditi.
Ma'am, are they also called as like fractions?
No, dear. Like fractions are the fractions which have the same denominator. So if we take 1 by 3 and 2 by 3, then yes, they are like fractions because the denominator is 3. But these will not be called as like. Okay? Say, Advika. Advika, you have not reached your room yet. Ah, Viraj, hi.
Hi, miss.
Say, Advika.
Ma'am, I didn't understand what proper fractions mean.
So look at the numbers at the top and the numbers at the bottom. So I did not tell you this earlier, but yeah, the number at the top is numerator and the number at the bottom is called denominator. So if numerator, that is the number at the top, is less than the number at the bottom, then those fractions are called as proper fractions. Is that okay?
So if the numerator is bigger than the denominator, then it's improper fractions.
Improper fractions. So just the opposite is I am improper fractions. Improper fractions is where the numerator is greater than the denominator. Wait, Shanaya, coming to you. Advika, clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Say Shanaya.
Ma'am, but isn't everything supposed to be proper fractions? Because how can something like 1 by 2, that's the part of it, how can it be bigger than the number below?
Bigger than the number will be represented like this. For example, someone says 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 can also be written as 1 by 2. Do you know this? I mean, have you converted improper fractions into mixed fractions? Have you done that before?
No.
No? We will learn this in the class today. So 3 by 2 is like one whole. One whole means what? 2 by 2 plus 1 by 2, Shanaya. 2 by 2 is 1 and 1 by 2 here.
Yes.
Okay. So 2 by 2 means one whole shaded, fully shaded, plus another one half shaded. So improper fractions are drawn like this. One full circle and then the remaining proper fraction. Say Naman. Thank you.
Can be unlike
Naman.
fraction.
Unlike fractions. All of them are unlike fractions. Name number 4. Thank you, Naman. Name number 4, everyone. Unlike fractions, all of them have different denominators. So write it down. Unlike fractions means where the denominator is different. Where the denominators are different. So that is unlike fractions. So automatically the like fraction will be opposite. What is like fraction? Like fraction is where the denominators are same. Denominators are same. Like example 2 by 3 and 1 by 3 are like fractions. But all of these are unlike fractions. Say Tanisha.
One also.
What?
Now I know the sixth one also.
Say no, say.
Vulgar fraction.
Vulgar fractions. Yes. They all can be called with another name also. All of these are vulgar fractions. Now, what is vulgar fraction? This might be new to all of you. So, let me tell you what are vulgar fractions. But for understanding what are vulgar fractions, you need to know something else. Wait, I'll delete this. You need to know something called as decimal fractions. So decimal fractions are those fractions whose denominator is always 10, 100, 1000 or any powers of 10. Powers of 10 means keep on adding 0 after it, like 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, like that, 100,000, like that. So if the denominator is 10 or the powers of 10, not multiples. Why not multiple, students? Because 20 can also be the multiple, not multiple. Powers like 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10, like that. So if the denominators are 10 or the powers of 10, then the fractions are called as decimal fractions. So it can be anything. 1 by 10, 7 by 100, 180, 1 by 1000. Anything works. But these are called as decimal fractions. But the point to note is that opposite of decimal fraction is vulgar fraction. How, ma'am? Any number in the denominator, other than 10 or the powers of 10 is called as vulgar fraction. Oh, sorry, I wrote this fraction. Okay, Tanisha, anything else? Thank you so much for the name. Say Parth.
Can it be vulgar fractions? Because in the last one it is 1 by 10.
Oh, yeah, all of them cannot be vulgar fractions except this. Correct. Thank you, Parth. Good observation.
And
Say Riyansh.
ma'am, how
Oh,
can
sorry,
they be
continue.
like?
Hmm?
How can they be like fractions?
They are not like fractions. Like fractions I wrote as number 6 because it was opposite of unlike. So they are not all unlike. They are all unlike. Okay, like that I wrote improper. No, so they are not improper here. They are proper only, but I just gave the definition of an extra fraction. Say Shivani.
Ma'am, why did you write improper fraction like 3 to describe it?
I was what?
Like all these fractions, right? You told that they are
No. That's what I told Parth, that I have written two names extra there. I
Okay.
wrote improper fractions and what else did I write? Like fractions. These two names I wrote extra because they are the opposite of proper and unlike, which is the answer to this. So
Okay.
these were just to talk about the fractions. They are not that.
Okay.
Say, Mishika.
Ma'am, did we mix mixed fractions?
Did we?
Ma'am, we didn't do mixed fractions. Whole numbers.
Yeah, we have not done that. We were just focusing on this. Then in the middle, we also inserted improper and like and decimal fractions just to understand the meanings. We have not completed it. We are still in the process.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Say, Anvita.
Ma'am, I'm not getting what vulgar fractions are.
Did you understand what is decimal fractions?
Yes, ma'am.
So the opposite of decimal fraction is vulgar fraction. So if the denominator is any number like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then all these fractions are called as vulgar fractions.
Ma'am,
But if the denominator becomes 10 or any power of 10, then we will call it as decimal fraction.
ma'am, only single digit numbers.
No, any number I said, no, any number. But it should not be 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000 and so on.
Ma'am, like it could be 99.
Yes.
But just not 10, 10,
10 into 10 into 10
10,000,
into
10,000,
correct.
100,000 lakh.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Say, Ibrahim.
Ma'am,
Welcome.
Ma'am, is it true if we tell them unit fractions also? No, I am saying that 1 by 10, we could also say it as unit fractions and decimal fractions, right? 1 by 10.
1 by 10 as
We
unit
could
and
say
decimal
1 by,
both.
yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. You can also call it proper fraction.
Yeah.
Say, Sadhna. Thank you, Ibrahim.
Ma'am, so will we tell this whole, all of them a vulgar fraction?
No, all of them will not be vulgar fraction because of this number. Denominator
So
is 10.
even if one number is not the vulgar fraction, so we cannot say the whole thing.
Yeah, because I am trying to generalize them, no, Sadhna. When they will give you this as a question, they will only write one fraction and ask you, this is vulgar or decimal. So you will just look at the denominator and decide. Here
Okay,
we are
ma'am.
grouping them together. So that's why.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, everyone. So as we were doing, we have to do one more type also, which is mixed fraction. So look at mixed fraction. And the conversion of mixed fraction is also important. So we'll learn this, but not now, in the coming slides. Okay. But yeah, understand what is mixed fraction. So mixed fraction can only occur when there is an improper fractions. Proper fractions can never be converted into mixed fractions. Tell me why? Because mixed fractions only take place when there is more than one whole. And when is that possible? When the numerator is more than the denominator. Repeat, when the numerator is more than the denominator. Sadhna, give me an example of a improper fraction.
Ma'am, 15 by 10?
Correct. 15 upon 10 is an improper fraction because the numerator is 15 and is 10. So the numerator is greater than the denominator. That means 10 by 10 already exists. That is one whole already exists. And I still have 5 by 10 extra with me. Yes or no, everyone? I have still 5 by 10 extra with me. So as I was explaining it to Shania, remember the diagram? One complete circle with, let's say, 10 parts in it. Okay. There's all of them shaded. Okay. Full circle shaded, 10 by 10. And then we have another circle which has half of it shaded because 5 by 10. So this is how we represent these in diagrams. And this one whole which I got is this, the whole number part of mixed fractions. I'll show you how. Nothing to worry in the coming slides. Let me show you. Let's first convert this. I want. Samriddhi Singh, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Samriddhi, can you read these 3 points for me loudly for everyone in the class?
Divide the numerator by the denominator. Write the whole number result. Use the remainder as the new number over the denominator. This is the fraction part of the mixed number.
Thank you. So, Janvi, 67 divided by 12. What is the quotient for this?
Ma'am, 1 second, ma'am.
Table of 12, Janvi. Others in the chat box, please. Sanika, Shrihan and Shivani have already answered. Aditi has already answered. Nice.
5 is the quotient and 7 is the remainder, maybe.
Thank you. 5 is the quotient and 7 is the remainder. Now this is done. Now write down the whole number result. What is the whole number? The quotient is the whole number. So Vivek, how should I write my answer in this case?
Mom, we should write it as 5 7 by 12.
Yes. Please check everyone. I am writing the format here. Denominator. The format is this. Write the quotient as the whole number. Write the remainder as the numerator. And the best part is that the denominator does not change here. So what will be the denominator, Bhumik?
Yes, 12.
What will be the denominator in this case?
12.
12. So now tell me, that means when I divide 67 by 12, think like this, everyone. When I divide 67 by 12, I can get 5 equal parts of 12. Yes or no? 12 times 5. I will draw and show you.
Yes.
See, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I can get 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. 12 times 5, 60 as a whole number. 60 as a whole number. And then the 7 is less than 12. So I cannot fit it in the block of 12. And that is why the other box will have only 7 out of 12, which is remaining. So that's how you write it as 5, 7 upon 12. Is this okay, everyone?
Yes.
Tell me in the chat box, yes or no? Mishika, your brother is also studying. Say him a hi. It's fine, Mishi. I've been seeing him from so many classes. Just that I've not called him for a hi. And yeah, wait. Your name started with a A. Why am I forgetting it? Is it Adi? Mishika, unmute.
Mine is Midhanj.
Medhanj. Medhanj, I have subscribed to your channel as well. I saw some of your videos. Okay, fine. So, fine, everyone. Coming back to this, 5, 7 by 12 is okay, or do you have any doubts to this? No? Then I'll give you a break time question and then we'll go. Same thing. No doubts, right? This format I'm writing it, I'm not deleting this. I'm not deleting the example also so that you can refer to this example. The question is 162 divided by 9. Okay? 162 divided by 9, everyone. And you try this if you're back from the break early. And let's meet in 5 minutes. Say, Jia.
Ma'am, are we gonna play a game today?
Let's see. Yeah, we will be able to. We'll do that. Because anyways, we'll not complete this today. So we will keep 10 minutes aside. Say Samriddhi.
Yeah, ma'am. What would we do if we have no remainder left?
So then this is not at all a fraction. No, it becomes a whole number. Isn't it? It's
For
fully divisible.
example,
Like I said, 20 by 5. So you're like, ma'am, all four parts equal. No problem at all. Problem occurs when it is 21 upon 5. Then it is like 4 equal parts, ma'am, and I would like to keep 1 out of 5. Okay.
and what about
Okay.
20 upon 5?
Whole number 4. This is not a fraction. 4, whole number. Denominator
Oh,
becomes 1.
oh,
Okay.
okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Okay, see you everyone in 5 minutes. Welcome back. Okay, so as per this rule, what are we going to do? Let us do this with Aradhya. Punvar, probably you have not written your full name. Are you back from the break?
Can I say? Because I know the answer.
Not Manoharan. Aradhya Punvar.
Yes, ma'am. I sent my answer in the chat box.
Don't have to say that. That's okay. I don't think Aradhya is there. Punvar.
Ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, then tell me the answer. 162 divided by 9.
Okay, ma'am.
You have not done the question?
No, ma'am. I've written right now on the break.
Then you can send me the answer in the chat box. I'll go to Anirudh. Anirudh, have you done that? No?
Yes, ma'am, I've done, ma'am.
Then tell me the answer.
Ma'am, the answer is 18 0 by 9.
Let's see. What?
Because, yeah, ma'am, because 9 multiplied by 18 plus 0 is 162 and 9 divided by 162 is 18.
I can't believe myself. I gave this answer. That's why Samriddhi was asking me this. So 162 divided by 9, it's fully divisible, everyone. So it's not a fraction, it's whole 18. So no need of 0 by 9. 0 by 9 is 0 only. 0 divided by any number is 0. So 18 is the answer, everyone. Oh, what? Speak, no, Jia.
Ma'am, can't it be 1? I wrote 18 1.
No. If you write 18 1 by 9, then it will be 18 plus into 9 plus 1. That will be 163.
Oh, okay.
Shravani, did you understand this one? Did you do it? Okay, say Manvik.
Ma'am, I gave the answer as 18 0 by 9. Will that also work?
No, that would mean 164 by 9, Manvik. So you have to keep it as only 18 if it's fully divisible. Okay? Say Aradhya.
Ma'am, can I tell like the answer what I got?
Aradhya, 18 is the right answer. Did you get 18?
Yes, ma'am. We can, ma'am. 162 is a whole number. Ma'am, 18 is the answer.
Yeah.
So we cannot like make it a mixed fraction.
Yeah, correct. That's what you wrote. It's a whole number. Mishika, say.
Ma'am, actually, I had a doubt that improper and mixed fractions are different, right? Because improper fractions do not have whole numbers, but mixed
Yeah, so you can convert a improper into mixed. They are different only, but this is conversion which we are talking about.
So, ma'am, we can't say that improper fractions is equal to mixed fractions.
You can say that when you write it, like 67 by 12 is equals to 57 by 12. So this is true that they are equal. But improper fractions and mixed fractions definitions are not true. They are two different forms of fractions.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Their value can be same. Say Samriddhi.
Ma'am, you wanted me to unmute, so what I have to do?
Oh, no, by mistake clicked on your name.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now reversal. Now I have given you mixed fraction and I want you to convert this back to improper. What is the rule? Whole number multiplied with denominator plus, sorry, whole number multiplied with denominator plus numerator divided by the same denominator. This is how you get your improper fraction. This is how you get your same fraction. For example, let's do this with Vivek. Vivek, what's the whole number here in this example?
125.
What's the denominator here?
10.
What's the numerator here?
7.
So now, thank you, Vivek. Now, Jia, you tell me 25 times 10.
Ma'am, 250.
Thank you. And Riyansh, you tell me 250 plus 7. Riyansh,
257.
thank you. 257 is the numerator. Now, the denominator will remain same. So, the answer for this one is 257 upon 10. Whereas you see the numerator is greater than the denominator. 257 is greater than 10. Say, Anvita.
Ma'am, so first we should do 25 into 10. 25 into 10, ma'am, and then plus 7.
Yes, that is the numerator of your answer.
Okay, ma'am.
And
Ma'am,
the denominator always remains same.
same, ma'am.
Say, Mishika.
Ma'am, what fractions do we tell that like 6 by 6 are the mixed fractions
No.
or improper?
Actually, see, technically, it's like some books, that's an anomaly that some books say that 6 by 6 is improper fraction. But 6 by 6 will be termed as, like, according to me, if you say it will not be called fraction because the numerator and the denominator are neither less than each other nor greater than each other. So the definition of improper and proper says that it should be less than or greater than. So therefore, you will call it as normal whole numbers or rational numbers only. But here we will not call them. But I have seen it in some books where they call it improper fraction, but I don't follow that.
Ma'am,
Okay?
so in any case, mixed fractions should not be the answer.
No, no, no. Okay, fine then. Let's go to the next question, next part. The next part is called as equivalent fractions and lowest form of fraction. This is actually one of, like, I have been saying this story a lot of times in all my batches. Here, Vedant, say what happened.
Ma'am, can I explain how equivalent fraction is?
You have to explain in 1 minute. Go.
So basically, ma'am, let's take the example on the screen only. It is 1 by third, then we double it, and then the numerator will
What
be
do you mean
doubled.
double it? When you're explaining it to someone, say it properly. Doubling means double the numerator and double the denominator both.
Oh yes, ma'am.
What do you get?
2 by 6, like that only we could do it to the next generation, means 4 by 12, like. But the equivalent fractions, you should only repeat it for the first fraction. Like for 1/3, you can do it for 2/6. For 2/6, but for 2/6, you can only do for 4/12.
Vedant, 1 minute is over and you are stumbling. Why are you stumbling if you want to explain it? You're asking me questions in the middle. I mean, asking questions in the sense you have a question mark on your face. Like, it doesn't work with that.
No, ma'am.
Say it properly. Yeah. It's okay. It's fine. Guys, looking at the time, I cannot give you the access to explain. I'm so sorry. We have just 10 minutes left. So we'll be utilizing this time to understand these two concepts so that you can answer questions. Okay. So no need of any explanation. Just understand this, that equivalent fractions is when you multiply the same number with the numerator and denominator and get a different fraction. The real story with which ma'am understood this question was that when I was approximately in grade 4 or 5, I don't remember, my mom baked a cake, okay? And we are a family of 3, me, my parents, okay? So my mom, dad and I, she baked exactly a similar fruit cake like this, dry fruit cake. So I was very happy that, okay, she told me that you are going to get 1/3 of the cake, okay? But I was a silly girl at that point of time, and I did not realize and I did not understand what does she mean by 1/3. So for me, 1/3 was one piece of the cake. I was very happy. But I would say for the first time, I was not very happy to see my cousins coming to my place, because the moment they came to my place, the first tension which came into my mind was that now my pieces, now my cake is going to be sliced down to smaller pieces. And that's exactly what happened. The scenario was something like this, where the cake, which was earlier divided into three pieces, got divided further into six pieces. And I was a good girl, so I did not complain, I did not shout, but my eyes were watery and I was not happy. So my mother very well observed me and figured it out that something is wrong. So she told me that, okay, what's wrong? Tell me. And I was like, nothing. Then she forced me, and then I told her that, okay, my pieces size is now going to be small. I'm going to eat less cake. And I started crying. Then I am on the verge of crying. You touch me and I start crying. So I started crying. So then my mom laughed at me and she said that, okay, this is a good time to study about one topic of maths, and that is equivalent fractions. So she told me that 1/3 does not mean one piece. It means one piece out of three pieces. So if I had a total of three pieces only, then I would have given you one piece only. But now that I have six pieces, so you only do it how to make a 3 as 6. So I said, okay, I'll make a 3 as 6 by multiplying it with a 2. So she said that that's how you balance the fractions. That means you multiply the same number in your numerator also, and then according to this rule, you are going to get two pieces out of six pieces. So that is when I realized that, okay, so no matter how many pieces my mom makes, I'll still be getting that fixed amount of cake which I was promised earlier. So look at this. This was just one piece. This is two pieces. And here this is three, four pieces. But if you look at the quantity is exactly the same. Look at the blue color quantity. The quantity is exactly the same. So this is called as equivalent fractions, where you multiply or divide the fraction numerator and denominator by the same number. And when you do that, then you realize that, okay, ma'am, this fraction is still the same. This fraction is still the same. Say, Anvita.
Ma'am, equivalent fraction is the fraction like suppose there is 2 and 6 like in the board. 2 and 6 we should double 2 like 2 into 2.
You can multiply it with any number, Anvita, but make sure you multiply the same number in the denominator also. Only then the fraction will be same.
Ma'am, but without any number we could just multiply it with the same number, na ma'am?
Depending on the question, Anvita.
Ma'am, like what do you mean depending on the question?
I mean, suppose it is 1/3. It can be 4/7 also. What is fixed is whatever you're multiplying here should be multiplied here also. That means if I multiply 7 with a 4, I should multiply 4 with a 4 also. And 16/28 will be same as 4/7. Is that okay?
Ma'am, suppose if I'm multiplying like 4 into 4, it should also be multiplied with 7 with a 4.
Yes, that's the point.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, but
Okay,
what if we got improper after we multiplied it? What if we
same. No, it's not possible. If you multiply with the same number, the proper cannot change into improper. It is not possible
Okay, ma'am.
because you are increasing them by the same quantity. Same, Anvik?
Ma'am, when you say again everything which you had wrote on the board, I'm just noting in or noting it.
Oh, okay. This is okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me know when you're done. And others, I wanted to talk to you people on this. So I know I promised about the game. But there's one concept. Let's do that so that you can do the homework properly. Nothing. Just 5 minutes. No, I have a class. Okay, no problem. We will have what to do. The doubts are so high that I cannot take out time. Let's see. Let's do one more small topic and then we'll see how much time is left. The other small topic is similar to equivalent fractions only. But this time we have to bring, okay, thank you. This time we have to bring it down to the smallest possible form. For example, I have 20 by 50. I know that 20 and 50, both of them can be divided by 10. And therefore, 2 by 5 is the lowest form. How would I know that these two are lowest form? Because there is no common factor of 2 and 5 except 1. So when the HCF of your numerator and denominator is 1, then that form of fraction is called as the lowest or the simplest form of fraction. Lowest or the simplest form of fraction. How would we know that it is the lowest form of fraction? When the numerator and the denominator have no common factor between them except 1. 7 by 12. Yes or no? Is it simplest form? Yes or no? Chat box. Chat box, chat box, chat box, chat box. Yes, Anvita, say. Aditi, are you serious? 7 by 12 is not simplest. Say, Anvita.
Ma'am, I'm not getting this concept.
What is the HCF of 7 and 12, Anvita?
Ma'am, the HCF of 7 and 12, ma'am.
Don't repeat the question. I'm asking you this. Yeah, Advika, what happened?
Ma'am, are we playing a game?
13 already. 9, 13.
So no game?
Sorry. Say, Nanika.
Ma'am, there is no HCF for 7 and 12, ma'am.
No HCF or HCF 1? 1 does not divide 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry,
Yes, ma'am.
7. It does.
Ma'am,
12 also divides.
can
That
we
means that means the
Yes.
HCF of 7 and 12 is 1. And when the HCF of the numerator and the denominator is 1, it is the simplest form of fraction. It cannot be divided any further.
Ma'am, so if we get the 20 by 50, we divided it with only 10.
No, you have to divide it by its HCF or any common factor.
Ma'am, we could divide it by HCF
Listen, if you divide it by HCF, then you will be dividing it for only one time. But suppose you don't know the HCF and you want to divide it by the common factors, then also it's okay. For example, 24 divided by 30. Okay. So I don't know the HCF, let's say. I assume that I don't know the HCF of 24 and 30. So I know both of them are even numbers. So I can divide it by 2. I can divide it by 2. Again, I know 12 and 15 are divisible by 3. So I can again divide by another common factor, that is 3. 3 times 4, 3 times 5. But now I know 4 and 5 have no common factor except 1. So 4 by 5 is the simplest form.
Okay, ma'am. We should divide it like that, and until we get single digits, we should do. Until
Not
it's
single
not
digits.
divisible.
Right.
It's not
You can end up in a double digit also, but you have to do it till you don't get
until
anything
it's not
common.
divisible.
Correct. Say,
Yes.
Jia.
Nothing. I by mistake.
Okay, Aditi.
Ma'am, then 1 is the simplest form of 7 by 12.
No, 1 is the HCF. And the moment you get the HCF of the numerator and denominator as 1, you have to stop right there. So that is the last version of the fraction. Simplest, lowest.
So, ma'am, there is
Okay.
no simplest form.
There's no?
Simplest form.
There is a simplest form, like 4 by 5 in this question. 7 by 12, simplest form is 7 by 12 only.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Say, Jia.
You said that HCF should be 1, right? So
Mm-hmm.
can't it be 1 by 2? Because it's divisible by 2.
1 by 2 is divisible by 2, so? Like
No,
which?
no, meaning like 7 by 12 can be also 1 by 2, right?
Yeah, 1 by 2 is also an example of simplest fraction because 1 and 2 are not divisible by any other number. So it works.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, everyone, you can note this down. And yeah, I am not okay with giving you the homework. I want to do a little more exercises with, little more work with you on this. And then I wanted to do the exercise. Nanika, you were saying something. So do you want to
Ma'am,
speak?
like I was saying, can we at least do a race?
I'm so sorry. We are already overdue and I have another class. But do not worry. We will try to do it in the next class. And yes, one important thing for all of you that this homework of fractions is not mandatory. I'm not gonna like put it as a mandatory homework for you people. If you are free or if you want to practice, then definitely you can go and do the fraction set one, but set one is not mandatory. I want to do few more questions with you. Okay. So you can try those questions, see if you are able to do this, and we can do it this way that I will do the remaining questions in the class here and the exercise discussion also, in case you have some doubts in that. Okay. But I'm planning to do more questions with you. Okay. So do not worry about that. If you don't understand a question in the exercise, don't worry about it. We are yet to complete few more questions. Say Adya.
Ma'am, you gave me an unmute request.
Hi,
So
ma'am.
they want to ask me some.
I wanted to mute you. You were unmuted. By mistake, it got clicked twice probably. Say Anvita.
Ma'am, did you teach the whole fraction chapter?
Topic is done, but I have more chocolate questions to practice. So I was not able to complete that due to the doubts here. So that's why I want to do more 4 5 questions with you till you are ready. But the topics are covered. All the topics are covered. No other new
Ma'am,
topic in set one.
ma'am, in the chapter, all those topics are covered, just the chocolate
Yes.
questions which we should practice.
Yes, correct. So that is why I'm saying that you can try the exercise, but if you still don't understand, don't worry about it. We will still do 4 5 questions. So you can try the exercises, but it's not a mandatory homework. Yeah,
Okay.
Manvik, say.
Ma'am, it has already took me like 3 and 1/3 page to write all these defines.
You're a good boy. That's why you're making notes. Say, Sadhna.
Ma'am, won't we do the plus and minus of fractions?
That's in set two, Sadhna. Operations of fractions.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, everyone. Then in that case, I'm not confirming the what do you say homework. Saying this, okay? It's okay if you're able to do it. That will be well and good. But if you're not able to do it, that's not a punishment. And game, I will surely try to do it next class. Okay. What I'm planning is let's do next class a bit of those questions of fraction one, exercise discussion of fraction one. So go and touch upon it so that we can discuss it in the doubts part also. And I will just start slightly with part two, slightly if time permits, but I will definitely keep a 10 minutes for your game. Okay. Fine. Then with this, my last question. How was the class?
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you.
It has
Bye
always
bye.
great.
Take care, everyone.
Bye,
Good
ma'am.
night.
Bye,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Bye bye.